All right, so real quick, we're going to go over how to use a mockup and where to get the mockup from. So for this particular assignment, you're obviously in your final, and you're going to go down here. You're going to click on this file. It'll open up and drive just like this. It can't preview it because it's a PSD file, so you're going to click download. You may or may not get this message, which tells you can't scan it for viruses. You just click download anyway. Hopefully it's going to your desktop. If not, it'll be in your downloads folder. Okay, so that's the first step. You want to get the Photoshop file. So that is downloading. It is done. I'm going to open that up in Photoshop. All right, so here's the mockup. Most mockups are very similar with how they're laid out. So you see the different angles we've got here, the different layers. There's the effects. That's your background. This has the backing of the shirt. This has the front of the shirt. This has the background. And this is another background layer. A lot of these layers are just set up to make the thing look relatively realistic. Here is the front of the shirt. So if I hide this, there's your front of the shirt. So if I click on this, I can drop this down. There's a couple of things you can do if you want to. You do not have to. You could hide the color if you wanted to just have the shirt white. You can also click on the color box on this mask here, okay? And you double click and you can change the color of the shirt if you want to. Again, you do not have to. You can keep it this yellow. You can make it white. You can change the color again. All you have to do is double click on this color box. You can change the color, hit OK, it'll change it. I'm going to keep it the yellow for now. All right, so you have the t-shirt color. Right here you have another mask, and if I hover over it, it'll say place your design here, double click to edit. Do not double click on the text because you'll try to change the name, which you don't want to do. Double click right on the mask. It pops up. You've got the mock-up shirt little logo here. I'm going to click on that and delete it. And then I'm going to drag my AI file, here's my logo, and I'm going to drop it right into here. I'm going to hit OK. We just want to put it as a page, open as a smart object. We drop it. I'm going to scale it down. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to double click. Now what I have to do is I have to save. So I'm going to hit Command S or File Save, and I'm going to go back here, and it'll automatically update with my logo there, and you can see how it sort of wraps and it goes underneath. And again, I can move this over a little bit. I'm going to make it a little smaller. Double click, Command S, and it will update automatically. Boom, boom, there it is, okay? Do the same thing with the back of the shirt. So I'm going to take the back of my design. Yes, if you only have a front, I want you to put it on the back as well, and if you only have a back, I do want you to put it on the front, okay? I want you to do both, just to practice it. So again, double click on this, all right? I'm gonna get rid of this thing. I'm just gonna click on the layer right here. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna drag and drop, boop, okay, hit okay. Scale this down a tad, double click, put it about where I want it, all right? It's gonna center it for me. I'm gonna hit Command S, and again, I'm gonna look at, I can close this now, because I don't need that. Where it bugs, it's a little too big. If you hold the Option key and scale, it'll scale it from the center. Okay, whoops, there we go. All right, put it right down there. Probably a little too big. Let's do that again. Good there. And again, Command S. If you don't save, it won't update. Boom, I'm done. You're gonna take this file, okay, and you're going to save it, right? What I'm gonna recommend that you do in terms of the mockup is you're just gonna go to File, you're gonna save as, and you're just gonna put it as your name, and you're gonna call it a mockup. And you're gonna save it as a Photoshop file, and that file you will hand in, okay? Pretty simple, not difficult. We do have a place on the curriculum page that you can download mockups from. If you just go to our page and go to Resources, there's actually a mockups area here. All these have different types of mockups. Some are easy to use, some are a little more difficult to use. They all have a basic idea where there's a mask set up in order to place that in there, and it affects how it wraps so it looks realistic, okay? You could also, you can get into it here. If I look at the Mills River logo, it's kind of placed on top. You can take this layer here, and you could go ahead and change this background. You can kind of see how it'll affect, but it sort of blends in a little bit in some ways. Also has some really weird effects when you do like a color burn. Okay, but you don't have to do that for this particular part. This is just learning to kind of use that mock-up and show how the shirt would look. Okay, if you want this design bigger on the front of the shirt, that's fine. But again, I do want you to place it on both sides just to practice.